All right, all right, all right. What's up? What's up, everyone? 3:15 on the East Coast. Welcome to the podcast, guys. We're just getting started here. We're going to talk about some interesting topic tonight. So we are just again getting started. Thanks for tuning in at about 3:15 on the East Coast. We appreciate you guys. We appreciate your support. Make sure you check out the podcast, guys. First off, here on YouTube, subscribe to the channel. Make sure you check out all our social media platforms. We're on Instagram, TikTok, Rumble, the podcast guys underscore. We're on Facebook, the podcast guys 5 on X, also on Spotify. Check us out there, and on Threads. So many social media platforms to check us out on. So make sure you follow us, support the channel, and really listen to what we have to say, because I think we're helping a lot of people now. We are pushing hard, pushing forward. We are, again, live at 3:15 on the East Coast. So probably some of you guys in the Central or West Coast will be awake. Probably people on the East Coast will be knocked out right now, probably sleeping. But it'll be up for you to go back and watch tomorrow morning. So thank you for being here. Thank you for supporting us. Those of you that have supported us from the beginning, we are going hard, and we don't plan on stopping. We have an interesting topic for you tonight or this morning, as we think we need to discuss some important topics, including this one, which is what women say versus what women actually mean or do. So let's get into it. So we have Rob joining us. So welcome again to the podcast, guys. Follow us, subscribe to the channel, guys. Don't be shy. Comment, let us know what you're thinking. We sometimes do get a lot of comments where people start joining in, and it gets a little hectic. So if you want us to highlight your particular comment, make sure you send us a message with a super chat just so we can check it out. And again, it's not to get a super chat, it's to be able to see your message, respond to it, give it attention, versus some of the other messages that we get are sometimes just a waste of time. So let's kick it off. Again, Instagram, TikTok, Rumble, Facebook, Spotify, the podcast guys or the podcast guys underscore. We're there. And again, we're here almost 3:20 a.m. So let's get it going.
All right, so I think we're going to have a lot of fun with this one today. So today's topic is what women say versus what they actually mean. If you've watched any podcast or any show, period, where they interview women, anytime they ask a woman, what do you find attractive in a man? What are you looking for out of a man? What's your ideal relationship like? You'll notice that women give these very kind of generic answers. Oh, I want my man to be emotionally intelligent. He needs to be spiritually in tune with himself. And as guys, we know that that's not the truth. Women rarely are honest and truthful with what they say in the context of dating and relationships. They usually give you this kind of like politically correct, filtered answer, and they're not telling you the real truth. So today's episode is going to be what women say versus what they actually mean. You want to start off with the first one?
Yeah, the first one is I'm fine. So they say I'm fine. They don't really mean that they're fine. They really mean what? What do you think they mean when they say, you ask them how they're doing, and they're like, oh, I'm fine.
Well, usually women will throw this one out when they're in a bad mood. You just had an argument. They're going through their cycle, and you'll catch the vibe is off with her, and you'll ask like, "What's the matter?" And she'll say, "Oh no, I'm fine. It's okay." She just kind of brushes it off. And like many times when women talk, they're actually conveying the opposite. They're not fine.
They're not fine.
They want you to listen to them or to talk to them and to figure out what's going on and to emotionally support them.
Yeah, I think the big thing is that women don't even want you to fix their problem. They want you to sit there and hear them out. And that's the thing with guys is that guys dive in and they try to fix the problem. They try to fix the issue because we as guys are logical beings, right? We see something happening. It's our woman. We want to be there for her and we want to fix whatever issue is going on. But the thing is that women just want you to hear them out. Sometimes they don't even want you to fix whatever problem is going on. So to the guys out there that try to fix an issue when your girl brings something up to you, I would hear them out first and let them vent because sometimes they just need sort of a shoulder to cry on per se.
They're just looking to vent. They just want you to hear them out. They're not necessarily looking for you to solve it for them or to give them any feedback. A lot of the times, and we've had women on the show tell us this directly, when they're in a bad mood, they just want you to hear them out. They just want to vent to you. We're going to switch it over to the next one. And this is probably the most common one we all hear. I just want a nice man. Where are all the good guys? Where are all the good men? Okay. This is another example of women not being directly honest with you or themselves. Women aren't attracted to men just because they're good or nice. It would be nice if that was the case, but women aren't attracted to men just because they're good or nice.
Yeah.
Women want a man to be nice and good after, this is the part they leave out, after they're attracted to you, after they are emotionally connected to you, and after they've invested some time and effort into you. That's when they want the man to be good and nice. Being a good, nice man right out the gate when you first meet and you're in a talking stage will do absolutely nothing for you. So they're leaving that out.
Not at all. You have to gain the attraction from the woman first. Have to be you, figure out which way you're going to do that. But being nice from the get-go, from the start, is not going to work. It's not going to do anything for you. If anything, it's probably going to turn her off, and she's probably going to run the other way to a guy that's not being nice to her, not kissing her ass, things of that nature. So I would definitely avoid being nice from the start.
Yeah, like, again, like I've watched so many episodes where like they ask a woman like, oh, well, you know, what type of guys are you into? And they'll say like, oh, I want a good man that's emotionally intelligent. If you were to look at the last 2-3 guys that she hooked up with, that she dated, that she slept with, I would bet on it that those guys didn't even have an ounce of emotional intelligence because they're not telling you the truth. What they're attracted to is like they need a guy to be a little bit toxic. They need the guy to challenge them a little bit. They need a guy that's going to put them into place every so often when needed.
Yeah, and at the end of the day, and the ladies are not going to like this. Obviously, we get a lot of hate from the ladies, but again, we mean well. Guys should not give a shit about being emotionally intelligent. Just like women don't give a shit when they're giving choosing signals to men when they show interest. So it goes both ways. It's a two-way street. You ladies want something that men should be doing, and men want women to act a certain way as well. And I think both sides have to work on things, but again, a lot of things here, in this case, falling on the women with their communication. It's a big topic, and it's a big miscommunication topic. Women don't know how to communicate properly because they communicate through their emotions, via their feelings, and it just doesn't work.
Yeah, exactly. A lot of the times when they give these type of answers, what they're doing is they are filtering it through their emotions and their conscious, and they're giving you this kind of like ideal scenario. Like, oh, I want a guy that's emotionally intelligent. Okay, fine, but
Great,
your
great.
last ex.
How does that help me? How does that help? Right, emotionally.
If women were really honest with that question, they would say something they would be a little bit more descriptive, right? Like they would describe maybe their ex. Like, I want a guy with tattoos, a beard. I want a guy that's a badass. I want a guy that's respected, or like other men want to be like, you know, that's more of a truthful answer. I could see that being the case, right? Because that's what we see when we observe women, like the guys that they date. That's the general pattern you see. It has nothing to do with emotional intelligence or being a nice, good man.
No, not at all. You have to be you and be that guy that doesn't give a shit about what she's going to say. If you're trying to get her to be attracted to you as a man, right? You have to do you and not give a shit, because if you care too much and you look into it too much, she's going to notice. She's going to sniff it out, and then it's not going to work in your favor. You have to find a way to, okay, she's attracted to you. She's giving you some choosing signals. She's looking your way, whatever the case is. And then go over, say what's up, and maybe an icebreaker, right? An icebreaker works. Crack a joke, make something up. A lot of men just go up, make something up, and she's like, what? Or it's thought provoking. They make her laugh. And then all of a sudden they start talking, and the attraction builds. Obviously, it's not going to start right away. It's got to build. You have to build that attraction.
Somebody mentioned something about being a nice. So that's a very common topic in this space. Like, women don't like nice guys. Nice guys finish last. The main reason why being nice doesn't work is because women know intuitively that nice guys are weak, and they know that being overly nice is a weak trait. Think about like any position of authority, like a police officer, a bouncer, a boss, a manager, right? Like anybody that's in a position of like controlling other people, they can't be nice. If they're nice and they're too passive, the whole operation wouldn't work, right? Imagine you went up to like, you were waiting in line to get into a bar, and then the bouncer was like, oh, hey, come right in. I don't even need to see your ID. Like people wouldn't respect it. The whole shit just would fall apart.
That's the key word, respect. And people are just going to walk all over you, right? You can't have someone walk all over you and let them do whatever they want, because that's when they have the control. So obviously you have to be a good person, be kind, but don't be nice per se, because you can somebody's going to take advantage of you.
Yeah.
A woman is going to take advantage of you. She may take the masculine role. We talk about the switch in gender roles. Men need to be masculine. They need to lead. Women need to follow. They need to be feminine. But men are the ones that have to start that. They're the leaders. And in doing so, men can't start out by being nice, because that's what doesn't win a woman over.
Yep.
Doesn't work. So what's another thing that women say but mean something else?
So this one could be it could be over the phone. It could be through a text. If you ever ask a woman to hang out one-on-one and she responds with, okay, who else is coming? What that actually means is I only see you as a friend. I have no interest in hanging out with you one-on-one. And she's trying to make it less awkward by asking, is anybody else coming? Because if the answer is nobody else is coming, she's probably going to follow up with saying like, hey, sorry, I'm busy that day or that weekend. If she responds with who else is coming, that should signal to you right there, and then she has no interest in you.
It's funny. You might want to tell her that there are other people that are going to be there, and then all of a sudden she comes, and then nobody's there, and then you can catch her, and you got to play the game, right? Women like to play the game, so you got to play the game. I mean, unfortunately, yeah, it's a bit of a lie. It is a lie, not a bit of a lie. But come on, if you're trying to work your way up with this woman and she's scared to meet with you one-on-one, or even if you're with somebody else but not with the whole group, that somebody else can be a guy friend that you're with, and then he goes off, and then you two have a chance to be alone, and then you can do your thing. But that's the problem, that women aren't giving it a chance. And they ask these questions, they do these things, and then it never happens, which is why I don't get why women are complaining that men don't ask them out. Where all the good guys at? It's funny because we're talking about men not being nice, but women are asking where all the good guys at.
We recently did an episode where we had two girls on, and we got into the whole discussion of about like, oh, do women want to be cold approached, right? Because men don't really do it that often anymore. People slide into DMs and try to use dating apps, so on and so forth. And I was like, do you think it's creepy if a man just like walks up to you at a bar and says hi and introduces himself? And she goes, well, it's not creepy if I find him attractive. And I said, well, as a guy, how are we supposed to know if you're attracted to us until we go up to you? And it was like this funny moment because we all were like, yeah, true. So again, women sometimes don't really think about what it's like to be in the man's shoes, right? Oh yeah, I like it when you approach me if I'm attracted to you, but if I don't find you attractive, you're a creep, and I'm probably gonna like embarrass you or tell you off. So
Yeah, and I see here. I would like it if the nice guy would put up boundaries with me, but he's just nice, and it makes me feel like he would do anything not to lose me, and we're not even dating. That's a good point. That's a good point.
There you go.
And I say go for it. Go for it. Walk up to the girl with confidence. Absolutely, that's what we're telling the guys to do. Not to be nice, not to kiss her ass to win her over, because that's just going to turn the attraction off right there. And you don't want to turn off the attraction from the beginning. You want to spark something and then start building the attraction up. I think that's very important.
No, I like that comment because this is just an example of how like these are things that women expect you to understand already. Women aren't going to tell you how they feel. They're not going to tell you what they want you to do. They expect you to read the situation and know.
Yeah,
So-
you have to know. You have to have the experience already, or you're just going up there not knowing shit, and she's going to sniff it out, and she's not going to want to be with basically a guy that hasn't been involved romantically with any woman. She's going to wait around for the next guy because there's so many guys out there, and that's how it is with dating nowadays. People are just jumping from one to another. So I've got another thing that women say but means something else, and that means that's do whatever you want. Do whatever you want. And what that means is, what that really means is don't do whatever you want. You shouldn't do whatever you want or you're going to get in trouble. And how can you get in trouble? Well, she'll argue with you. That may cause a breakup. So when women say that, and when women say all these things, they should be clear. Hey, I don't want you to do this because it pisses me off. I don't like it. It's not attractive, whatever it is. But that's the problem that, and the miscommunication that's going on, is that women have to be clear, because if they're not clear, then men may think innocently, oh, okay, well, she said I could do whatever I want. Well, I'll go out and hang out with the boys tonight, even though she didn't want me to this particular night. Of course she should be fair, and maybe on another night let you have your boys' night. But tonight specifically, because maybe she's not feeling well, or maybe she wants you to be around for something, maybe tonight don't go on your boys' night out, right? Don't go out drinking, or don't go out doing whatever. But they need to be clear. That's the problem. These women are not clear. They're not upfront, right? They get all in their feelings, and then they say, oh, go do whatever you want. What the hell is that supposed to mean for a guy, right? He's going to say, oh, okay, well, she said I could do whatever I want. I have the pass. I'm good.
Yeah, when women say that, it's usually one of those kind of emotional responses. Like that usually happens if you're actually dating and you had an argument, she's pissed off, and then she finally says to you, you know what, do whatever you want. If you go out with your friends, you just gave her a get dick free card, because that's how she's going to interpret it. Because women are passive aggressive like that. If you go out and misinterpret what she's saying and go out and ignore her,
Yeah.
you better believe she's going to go out. And some women are weird like that. They're going to assume you're cheating, or that you went out to talk to other girls or whatever. Not all of them, but sometimes it's like that. So when that happens, you kind of have to just either try to talk to her or just go back home and let her calm down, because that's another very common one. Just go do whatever you want.
Exactly. Just real quick, shout out to Ruben Ramirez Rock. Thanks for the jewels. Really appreciate that. And again, guys, subscribe to the channel if you're just seeing us for the first time. We've been doing this for a little bit over 2 years. Subscribe to the channel. Follow us on Instagram, TikTok, Rumble, the podcast guys. We are here. We are here to stay. We're keeping things real with you guys, which most podcasts don't do. Some out there do, but very few. So if you have something to say, feel free to say it. We have a lot of comments coming in, but some comments not so great. Some comments are good. So if you want us to really pay attention to, a specific comment, or you have something to ask away, send a super chat in and we'll give it 100% attention. But
Next one.
Let's go.
Whenever you hear a woman say something along the lines of like, oh, I hate drama. Sometimes you hear women say, oh, I try to avoid drama. I hate drama. I found that it's women that say shit like this that are usually the center of the drama. They are usually literally the ones causing the drama. These are the women that gossip, that are very mouthy. They like confrontation, and they're not afraid to just like start an argument in front of a group of people. These are usually the women that say shit like this. Women that truly avoid drama don't talk about drama.
Yeah, they stay out of the limelight. They don't post provocative pictures on Instagram because that's going to create drama right there, right? If you have a guy, you're dating some guy and the relationship is maybe going well, possibly, but you're posting pictures half naked in your bathing suit for no reason. You know, if you have a job, like a modeling job or something, I guess you have a bit of a pass, even though it's still not great, but it's a job. It is what it is. But if you're just posting half naked pictures, that's showing disrespect to your guy.
Yeah.
That shouldn't be happening. So that's one thing that, you know, women really need to avoid doing.
I remember I used to talk to this Polish girl, and she used to always say this shit. Like every once in a while, she'd be like, "Oh, I hate drama. I hate drama." I swear to God, every like 3 to 6 months, she had a new set of friends. She could never, and that's like to me as a guy, it's a big red flag when a woman has new friends every couple months because something's wrong with that. Like every girl has like a friend or two that they've known for like years. They went to school together, shit like that. This girl had a new set of fucking friends every like 6 months, and as I got to know her, I found out why. Because she was one of those like very small, petite, short girl. Ghetto as hell, mouthy as hell, always fucking argued, always played victim, one of those like narcissistic types. Girls that say shit like this are usually the center of the drama. So,
And forget guys wanting to be around that. What girl wants to be a friend to that girl? You don't want to be around that. That's just negativity. And you just want to be away from that. You want to be someone, as corny as it sounds, you have to want to be around people that are positive, that are good for you, that are going to bring you up. That's very important. A lot of people don't realize that, and they stick around that negativity until it really bites them in the ass. And women that act that way, that act full of themselves, that are narcissistic, change your ways, because if you don't, you're not only pushing guys away, because guys don't want to be around that as smart guys. You know, maybe she's hot, great. Recreational use only. You have some fun with her, you guys have sex, whatever it is, great. But you're not going to wife that up. You're not going to take that seriously in a relationship because you're setting yourself up for an obvious trap. She's just going to waste your time. She's just going to play games with you.
look, the same way that women put men into one of two categories, you're either going to be in the friend category or you're going to be in the not friend category, right? I think as guys, we tend to do something a little different.
Yeah.
You're either going to want to smash her and keep it short term.
Smash and dash.
No strings attached,
Yeah.
or you get to know her and go, wow, this is a good girl. I can see myself dating her long term.
Of course. And that's what all guys want to see in women, a woman that is capable of holding a long-term relationship, and you don't think or have in the back of your mind that she's going to go off, she's going to cheat, she's going to play all these games on you. Because at the end of the day, guys don't want to waste time. You know, guys work hard. They build up their resources, their money, they build up their status, you know, they build up certain things in their life, and they don't want women to take that. Of course, if it's just an average bum, that's different.
Yeah.
You know, they're eventually women are going to be ran through. And then once they hit 30 and things start going downhill, then they're going to want to settle down with some bum that maybe is an incel, doesn't get any, doesn't do shit, doesn't look great, fat, maybe drinks on occasion or
What's
a
the
lot.
saying? Like,
Who knows?
women fuck who they want, men fuck who they can, and then the opposite to that is
Of course.
men marry who they want, women marry who they can, and it's very true. And like, I'm 39, and what I've seen happen over the years is like, I know plenty of girls that were wild in their 20s. Of course, went for like the bad boy stereotypical Chad, scenario, and as they reached 30 plus, they pulled a literal 180 and found a boyfriend, the safe kind of like, this guy will pay my bills. He's not going to cheat on me. Not good looking. A lot of the times they're like chubby, overweight, but they are loyal boyfriends. They will pay the bills and they won't leave them. And that's who they end up marrying most of the time. They shift once they feel it's time to like, okay, it's time to take my life more seriously. It's time to move on to kids, family, house, so on and so forth. They switch up their game a little bit.
Of course. That's what a lot of women do. They go around, they sleep with many men, they have many relationships, and then they push aside the guy that was good for them when they were 21, 22, And then they get to 35, they get to 40 years old. No guy really wants them. No guy of value really wants them. They settle for the average guy.
Yeah.
And that's what these women are
Women are
going to
more,
be doing.
if I had to compliment their way of dating, I think that women are far more strategic when it comes to dating. We're just like, let's be honest, for us, it's purely like looks. Do I get along with her? Boom, right? Women are a little bit more in depth with who they date because it's a strategy for them, right? What's the first question a woman asks you on a date? Where do you work? What do you do for a living, right? She's trying to calculate, like, can this guy realistically afford a house, a family? Like, what's his financial future look like? Is it stable? Is he like paying his bills on time? Or does he have maxed out credit cards and he's living paycheck to paycheck? So women are way more strategic in that sense.
Which is fine, because if women expect that, we get it. That's fair. But men expect women to bring peace, to be submissive, to, I know women don't like this, but make a sandwich, right? I'll work as a guy and make all the money and provide and give you everything, right? I'll give you the house, give you the car, take care of you, protect you, resources, time, energy, all that. But you don't have to work. Woman doesn't have to work. For those guys, though, they're going to want her to make him a sandwich, make him a home-cooked meal, right? Take care of the house, nurture, take care of the kids. Obviously, it's not like he's not going to chip in at all. We're not telling guys, oh, don't chip in at all. I mean, obviously, she may need somebody to take out the trash once in a while. Like, of course, the guy is going to do certain things, but don't be a total simp.
Something I don't understand, like, women are very against the whole 50-50 thing. The moment you mention 50-50 anything, women go nuts, right? Like, oh, how dare you even bring that up? You're supposed to be the man to pay the bills.
Yeah.
Here's what I don't get, right? A lot of women nowadays are independent, right? They get their degrees, they have their own jobs, careers. A lot of women open businesses. We've had women on that are business owners, and they're paying all their bills themselves. So how would that not add value to your life if you started dating a man, he started splitting your mortgage or splitting your rent, groceries, PSE&G, your cell phone bill? How would that not add value to your life? It's almost like they want to have their cake and eat it too. Like, okay, I'm paying my bills already myself, but when the guy comes in now, he's going to switch over and pay everything. Okay, but going back to your point, if that happens, you need to also play your role. I think that's 100%. The struggle a lot of men have. Like, we're expected to pay all the bills and be the man, and like, oh, we're all the real men nowadays. If you find a man that's going to make enough money to pay all the bills, go pull up a mortgage calculator and look up a house in your area and look at what a mortgage payment is. For like a $450,000 house with today's mortgage rates, your mortgage is going to be like in you're a real estate agent. It's like in the high 3,000s.
Yeah.
So
even more.
So if a man
$4,000 to $5,000,
$4,000 to $5,000 a month just for your mortgage, right? It's not including any of your other bills.
Yeah.
So if you're expecting a man to do that and you land a man of that caliber that can afford to pay that, the least you could do is what you mentioned before, right? Stay home. Don't post pictures of yourself. Don't go and get drunk with your girls and act like you're single.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, the other thing with the 50-50 is that it's like a partnership. You're like partners. And obviously women don't want 50-50. So it shouldn't be a partner. It should be boyfriend, girlfriend, husband, wife. If it gets to that point, we don't suggest marriage. But again, people do it. We respect everybody's choices. At the end of the day, everybody has the right to do whatever they want. But it's important that men realize that if they're providing certain value and doing all these things, then they have to let their woman know that they have a responsibility to provide a certain value as well, right? It's not just, hey, I'm going to work, make all the money, give you everything, house, cars, whatever, pay the mortgage, pay the bills, and then I'm going to come home and I still have to cook dinner, and I still have to pick up after the kids, and I still have to deal with maybe nurturing, which isn't the guy's job at the end of the day. That's more something that women do. Now, I get it. If now the reality is that both men and women work, times are tough. Shit's not easy nowadays. We get it. We tip our hats to you guys because we're all doing something, even ourselves. This is not our only gig, but we're all finding ways to make shit happen, and it's not easy. So we get that, and there's a lot of single women as well. You know, there's a statistic that about 50% of women by 2030 will be single and childless. That's pretty sad. But not to get into that in particular, but the fact is that there are a lot of single women out there. And what do they have to do? Adult women, they have to work, they have to live, they have to eat. We get that. So we get women that have to pay bills and all that. Fine, it's respected. You know, we get that. We're not like, oh, women can't work or women can't go for their careers. That would be idiotic to say because it's unrealistic, right? So the thing is that men will have a lot that they're doing, working, and then they'll get into a relationship with a woman who has a lot going on and she's working and she's pushing. So they're both going to be contributing. So they can both contribute with money. They can both contribute at home. And that'll be mostly the way it goes.
No, I mean, this is why
understood.
50-50 is the only logical answer for most relationships. Most people that are working your regular 9 to 5, they're making 50, 60, 70K a year. It's the only way it's going to work. So when I hear women say like, oh, why are men suggesting that we should split the bills 50-50? What other solution do you have? I mean, unless you can attract a man that makes 150K plus a year that can afford to pay the entire bills on his own, be my guest. But easier said than done. We know a lot of women our age that like are already married, divorced, remarried. We were not going to say any names or anything like that, but like it happens all the time.
Of course.
You know what I'm saying?
Not just with people that we know, but all over.
We just did another episode where we're talking about like Ayesha Curry and Steph Curry. She married one of the most successful athletes. The guy has everything. Like he's famous, rich, an athlete. She doesn't have to worry about money for the rest of her life. She goes on a podcast and starts talking about, oh, I never wanted to get married. It was never my plan to have kids. And I'm just focused on like what's next for me. And I'm like listening to this. I'm like, what? You know what I'm saying? So my point is like, even if you pay the bills and like give her the life she wants, she'll still find a reason to not be happy.
Of course. And it's sad because it feels like they're never satisfied.
Somebody just super chatted.
Oh, we have a super chat. Thank you, Charlotte Richardson -Z9D for $5. I've been a homemaker for 15 years and it works for us. And what you're saying is true 100%.
Thank you. I appreciate that. There you go. From somebody that's actually living it, and you're splitting bills with your husband, and it works.
Of course. I mean, it's something that nowadays, again, with this economy, we understand that people are struggling. Not everybody, you know, has rich and can run around and just do whatever they want and buy all these luxurious things, go on these luxurious trips. So I get it. But you know, we know that it works by it's a team game.
Yeah.
You know, life's a game. Sad to say, but marriage is a game. Everything's a game. And everybody has to chip in to make it work. Right. So if they don't, you know, if it's one-sided, then the other person's going to be like, oh, well, what the hell is what's going on? You know,
I understand that maybe if a man invites you out to go for dinner or for drinks and then he suggests 50-50, that's an example of where it wouldn't work. I can't imagine asking a woman to go out on a Saturday night and then we get the check and I say like, oh, do you have your card on you? We're going to split it 50-50. Like that's I'm not for that. I think when a man invites a woman out to eat or drink,
obviously
he should cover
the guy
the bill.
Has to pay. The guy has to
Correct.
pay. So we get that. I mean, we're not
when we say
crazy
50-50,
like that.
we're talking about, you know, if you're going to date and move in together and move forward in life, I don't see any other option for most people than splitting the bills.
Of course. Again, you don't want to make it a full-on partnership, like really square it out and make it at 50-50 because you don't want it to be a money thing. The relationship, you don't want it to be revolved just around a money thing. Like you really want a genuine, fluid, smooth relationship as best you can. But obviously there's things that you have to iron out for that relationship to be successful in that present time and moving forward. So
Yeah.
I think we went off on a tangent.
Yeah.
But another one that, and this actually goes with what we were just talking about. Another thing that women say where they mean something else is we have to talk. That's the big one. We have to talk. The guy may want to say back, well, what do you want to talk about, honey? Right?
Mm-hmm.
But when she says that, that means it's a serious conversation. Maybe it's a big, big situation where it could be relationship altering.
Mhm.
Maybe she's thinking about breaking up. She can't flat out say it because she wants you to talk to her and bring it out of her. But again, women should say what is on their mind. Be direct. Hey, yes, we have to talk, but here's what we have to talk about, and really like straight up. I'm thinking about breaking up with you because of A, B, C, and D. Because the guy should have a chance to be able to fix it. Maybe he's making a mistake that he doesn't realize he's making, and he wants to do right about it and try to make it work. That's the thing with guys, and shout out to the men out there. Men try to keep relationships together. I mean, it just goes by the numbers. Look at the marriage numbers, right? Above 70-80% of women are the ones that initiate divorces, not the guys.
Correct.
Not the guys. It's the women. So give the guy a chance to try to, put things back together and make it what they were or better. Because if that's the thing with this whole women say one thing, they mean another. It's a miscommunication. The whole thing.
Correct.
This is basically a topic of miscommunication. The whole thing is miscommunicating.
Yep.
Be straight up. Say what you mean and mean what you say. But this whole guessing game, that's what makes it difficult. And that's what also causes relationships to fall apart. So we need to talk, serious conversation. What have you seen that other men go through when their woman tells them we need to talk?
That's one of those texts I think nobody likes getting, or if somebody tells you, because it creates that suspense, right? It's like, tell me now or I'm going to puke. Just tell me what it is. So I could see that being used one of two ways. I mean, if a woman says that to you, it's probably not going to be good news, okay? She's either going to talk to you about how the relationship's not working, or she might hit you with like, we need some space, which that means this is over. I'm seeing someone else. Or she may use it as a scare tactic, right? So you got to read between the lines with that one, because I can see that one going either way. I have another one. Go ahead if you want to say anything.
No,
else.
go for it.
So the next one, and your guys are gonna get this one from time to time. If you text a girl, she doesn't respond for like a couple hours, half a day, and then she hits you with like, "Sorry, I just saw this," or "Sorry, I fell asleep." She saw the message the moment you sent it to her. Okay,
she didn't just see the damn message, especially if it's an hour later. Unless it's at night, she's sleeping, but 8 hours, right? People sleep 7 to 8 hours on average, are supposed to sleep 7 to 8 hours on average. If you text her, let's say at 10 p.m., she's knocked out, sleeping, you expect a message at least by 9, 10 a.m. the next day.
People have their phones on them 24/7. Women especially are on their phones. She's checking that shit every like 10, 15 minutes at least. If she hasn't responded in 4 or 5 hours and she told you like, "Hey, I just saw this," she saw it when she got it. She just wasn't interested in replying.
It's fucking obvious.
She's not interested in you, or she just didn't feel like talking to you.
It's fucking obvious. Like she doesn't want to deal with you. She doesn't see you like that. That's a signal that there's no interest or very little interest. And for guys that happens to, I would start thinking, hey, what are my other options with other women? Because this woman ain't it. It ain't going to work. So she saw your message, especially if you texted her maybe even in the afternoon or in the late evening, 6, 7, as some of you guys like to say, you bums out there, 6, 7.
I'm a millennial, but I'm on to that.
I don't even know what
doing it right. 6, 7.
I don't even know what the fuck that means.
I don't know what it means either.
Whatever makes you guys happy. Whatever. We appreciate
Trying
you guys.
to stay up to date with the
Again, we appreciate you guys.
slang.
We appreciate you guys being here. So we'll go with your slang, your 6, 7 slang.
I know that one. I know skibbity toilet.
Make sure you subscribe. By the way, follow us, support the channel. We are growing. We have guests on. If you're just seeing us for the first time, hey, believe it or not, we've had ladies come on the show. We've had influencers come on the show to teach you guys how to deal with women, dating, relationships. I mean, we have the ladies just pretty much respect to and shout out to the ladies, but we have the ladies basically giving it away. You know, they come on and they're giving you the sauce. So,
Yeah.
you know, it's important.
Yeah, this is like a quick hour live we're doing, but go onto our channel, go under videos, and you'll see we've been doing episodes with guests for like at least the last year. So there's a lot of good ones in there. You know, you could look at the titles and see which ones you guys are interested in. But
Yeah, we
check
appreciate
those
the
out.
support. Anybody that hates, you make your own podcast and show us what you can do. But other than that, we appreciate you guys are truly there for us and supporting us as we work our way up. Our ultimate goal is 100K subscribers. We'll eventually get there, but right now let's discuss again, just to close that out with the messages. You have to understand that if she's not replying, forget a day, forget a couple of days. If she's not replying within 7, 8, 9 hours, 10 hours, at least saying, hey, what's up? What's going on? Or replying to what you're saying, there's not going to be any interest there. So I think men should wake themselves up from that, because we are telling you so you don't waste your time. Because a lot of guys waste their time thinking that a girl is interested in them, and they not only lose hours or days, they lose months and years waiting and hoping for a girl to reply back or to get back to them.
You have any other ones?
I have
before we,
another one. Yeah,
slowly-
I have another one. When they say I don't care.
Okay.
When they say I don't care, that means they do care. They have deeper feelings about it, right? They do give a shit. So if they tell you, you are just, you have to think of, okay, how do I show her that I care? Because if you actually don't care, then she's going to be like, fuck this guy. Right?
A lot of what when they say stuff like that, a lot of it is backwards. Go do what you want. I don't care. You know, it's the opposite of what they actually feel. So
Exactly. Real quick, again, Charlotte Richardson. Like I said, even as a married woman for 24 years, like I said, I still answer my husband's text right away, even if I'm in bed, because sometimes he works the night shift. I still answer right away. That's very great. I mean, that's important, because what if he is going through something, he needs you to help him out with something from afar? That's great. I think that's very important. Definitely be there for your loved one. Have to be there for your loved one, no matter what. So that's very good. But yeah, when she says I don't care, that's also her showing frustration. Maybe you did something and you disappointed her, you pissed her off. I think that's something that when women say that, she really cares. So kind of watch your step. If you like this woman, really watch your next move and make sure you try to, I guess, do it right by her, whatever that is to her. Another one I've got is forget about I don't care, but do you even care?
Oh yeah,
So
it's more of a guilt trip one.
It's more of a guilt trip. It's making him feel bad. He may be a guy that's working hard all day, right? Guy's working hard, doing plumbing, doing his career, electrician, builder, teacher, police officer, whatever the case is. He works long shifts, doctor, lawyer, respect to everybody, janitor, whatever it is. He's working hard, doesn't give her as much attention as she wants, and that's what she's looking for. She's looking to be basically put on a pedestal. She wants the attention. She wants the guy to prioritize her, and that's what she means when she says, do you even care? Do you even give a shit? Of course, the guy is going to give a shit if he likes her, if he truly, is with her, wants to be with her, or if he wants to be with her, or if he is already with her and he cares. Obviously, he's going to care.
Yeah, I think a lot of shit like those type of comments, like if she's in a bad mood, if she's in an emotional mood, she's about to get her period or some shit like that. Sometimes women just throw shit out like that. So I guess the best action to take in that case is to just hear her out, and like we said earlier, sometimes women just want to vent, and like you lose either way. I mean, like some of those you can't win.
Can't win.
There's no correct answer for that one, I think.
Sometimes there's a battle that you can't win. It is what it is. You have to just.
If a woman says, "Do you care?" and you say yes, it's going to be wrong. And if you say no, then it's definitely going to be wrong. So I guess with that one, yeah.
How about this one? Does this make me look fat? Oh, does this make me look fat?
You look like a fat bitch in that dress.
Yeah. You're 500 pounds. You look like you're 400 or 500 pounds.
Take that off.
You definitely don't want to tell her that she's fat because then she's going to be truly offended. But maybe you should kind of pick at her a little bit. Maybe you should be like, oh, maybe you should start coming to the gym with me or something.
Yeah.
You know, maybe you should join me for a run. Let's go for a walk.
Oh man.
I could see some improvement. Just a little banter, just a little back and forth, funny. But they really want to. They want you as a man to find a way to make her feel beautiful. That's pretty much what she's saying with that. So,
yeah.
I mean, if you try to, again, a woman that you care about, there's, again, the woman that you're with, obviously you're with her, you care about her. So you want to try to find a way to make her feel beautiful, whatever it is, do that. If it's a woman that you're not with, but you have interest and she has interest and you're truly trying to lock that down, don't offend her by letting her know, oh, you look fat or you look like you could be much better than what you are. No, I would try to work around it. And of course you could do, again, what I said before, do some playful joke, but obviously make it that you're kidding. Show her that you're kidding and not that you actually mean it. I've done that myself before. You know, some ladies say, oh, do I look fat in this? I'm like, nah.
She knows if she's asking that, she knows she looks like a tied up hog.
Yeah, could be better.
You look great in that dress.
Yeah, that's it. You look great. But
it's a nice color on you.
Again, women should be, for the women that are saying this, they should be straight up. Be like, hey, what do you think of this? Is it good? Is it bad? Be honest with what you're saying. Be honest with your judgment. So the guy can let her know, hey, this is good. This is not good, blah, blah, blah. So again, the whole miscommunication, it's got to be unraveled. It's got to be taken apart like a ball of yarn, right?
Look, in general, women don't tell you the direct truth. They expect you to read their body language. They expect you to understand them. 99% of the time what women say is not the truth. We start like one of the main ones we covered today was like when you ask a woman what she's attracted to and she'll say like, I want a nice man, I want a good man that's going to treat me right and is emotionally intelligent. We all know that's BS. I already went through my list. You have any more before we start to wrap it up?
I'm not hungry.
I'm
not hungry. And that means, of course, that she may not want the food that you guys are at a restaurant. It's a restaurant that she doesn't really like. She doesn't want to really be there. So maybe it's like a sushi restaurant.
Women want you to choose the place to eat. And that's like the classic girlfriend, boyfriend in the car. Like, where should we eat? I don't know. Where do you want to eat? I don't know. Where do you want to eat? They just want you to drive and take them where you want to go. They're never going to tell you that.
But at the end of the day, if you take them somewhere they don't like, they're going to say shit like that, like, oh, I'm not hungry now. Or they may be in a bad mood. That's the other thing. They may be pissed off. They may have something that you pissed them off about, and they're like, I'm not hungry now. She may be just fucking bitchy and shit. And
it's a nice restaurant. Off. What do you want? They got salt and pepper.
You take her to a 5-star fucking restaurant. She's not appreciative. It's crazy. It's crazy.
Don't even get
nowadays.
Me started on the whole, like, women expecting like the 3-star Michelin first dates.
Yeah, Charlotte Richardson. I believe we all need to appreciate our men, appreciate the hard work they do. My husband works at a cement plant. Oh, it was close with the construction stuff, and he busts his ass. And I make sure to tell him that I appreciate his hard work. No marriage is perfect, and I do not claim to be the perfect wife. But I strive to be better each day, and I think all of us need to. Of course. I mean, Charlotte Richardson. That's Z9D. I mean, I think you're a great example for all women out there where they need to be supportive to their man in a relationship. to their boyfriend, to their husband, if they're married, just be that supportive woman, be their rock, be there for them. I think it's great what you're doing. Shout out to you. Thank you for your support.
And it's not about being perfect, like you sound like you're a great wife to your husband, and I'm sure you guys have a happy relationship. It's very rare nowadays. Like you see a comment like that, and it's like most men, that's exactly what most men are trying to find, but it's just very difficult nowadays because we live in a social media era where there's a lot of narcissistic women that are just looking for external validation by posting pictures. It's all about likes. It's all about like, how many women nowadays are getting like surgery and Botox and BBLs and like what is it all for in the end? You know what I'm saying?
It's
like
for an image.
It's for an image. They're just trying to get validation, and that's what women are addicted to. It's very hard to find a woman that you could count on like that. So shout out to you.
Yeah, shout out to you. There's not a lot of ladies, that say great things like that, and mostly what we get from the ladies is hate because again, it's stuff that we're helping men out, but we need more women like that.
This type of women like that. When we have these type of conversations, it often gets like kind of like misinterpreted as misogyny, and it's not misogyny. Misogyny is like men that hate women and they spew hate towards women. We're not here to hate on women. We just call out like what we see is wrong with modern dating. We're not the first or the last ones to do it. There's other podcasts like
There's other podcasts out there more famous than us that call out the bullshit.
Yeah.
For what it is what's going on. They call it out down the middle. And I mean, it's women are not going to like it. Surprisingly, some men are not going to like it. But hey, we're here to, I guess take the punches, so to speak. Here's another one. I forgive you. I forgive you. When she says I forgive you, she won't forget. She won't forget, right? She'll have it in the back of her mind. So when there's an argument between you and her, right? Something happens before that argument. Let's say you do something. It was your fault as the guy. You take accountability because that's what men are supposed to do. Take accountability. A lot of women don't take accountability for their actions. So you guys out there, be the man, take accountability. You made a mistake. You did something wrong. And she says, I forgive you. But if it was something that she can hold over your head, she will hold it over your head.
Yeah.
The next argument or whichever big argument that comes up afterwards, she's going to be like, oh, remember when you did that shit to me?
Yeah, women will bring up shit you did like 3 years ago, or
they'll forgive you, but they won't forget. Mm-hmm. So that's something they won't say. That's something in their hidden saying there of I forgive you. So when women actually say, I forgive you, the guy should say, do you truly forgive me? Like, you're never going to bring this shit up again, right? You're never going to bring it up because I don't want to hear it. I made a mistake. My bad. I fucked up. I apologize, but that's it, right? We're not going to hear this again. I want you to, guys should film her. Let her just film a video for her. You're going to forgive me, right? You're not going to say this again. Because then at least he has proof.
Yeah.
Right? So, but no, yeah, that's something to watch out for as well. What else do I have here? I think I covered most of it. Do you have anything else?
I already went through all my bullet points. I think we should slowly start to wrap it up. I don't know what state you guys are in. By us, it's like 4 a.m., so we're going to probably wrap this live up.
Yeah, we're going to close it out soon. Do you have any last message overall? By the way, guys, any questions you have, we have a lot of chats coming in, but it's a lot of nonsense. And, we want to give the time of day to whoever's serious. So if you do want to last minute super chat something in, showing your support for us, we really appreciate it. If you do, if not, no big deal. But anything that you want to say, you can send it in, and we'll take a look at it. We'll read it, and we'll dive in depth into it. But if not, again, we'll also subscribe, support the channel, follow us on all our social media. There's a couple of them back there. We are the podcast guys. For those of you that are brand new to watching us, check us out. But yeah, I mean, it's pretty much to close it out. This whole miscommunication thing, right? It has to stop because I think breakups divorces stem from miscommunication.
Yeah.
Why do women have to hold out? Say how you feel. I mean, you have the feelings, you have the emotions. Say it. You feel a certain way, say it. You're pissed off, say it. Say it. It's not a big deal.
If you go back and watch some of our episodes where we have one or two women on and we're discussing these type of topics, you'll notice that actually men and women agree on a lot of topics when it comes to relationships, but we view it very differently. And when we have these conversations, we ask them certain questions, you'll notice at the end of the day, we agree on we come to terms on a lot of stuff, but men and women just have a very different way of communicating it. So
Yeah.
I encourage you to go check out our full episodes with guests. We also have a really good dating coach, Sarv Dating. We did multiple episodes with him. He's great.
Check out Zara.
Go check out our
Zarv
videos.
Dating. Real quick, big question. We'll check this out. Big question. How long do you maintain the side chick you don't really like? She has a purpose but annoying AF. What would you say about the side chick? Maintaining a side chick that you don't really truly like that, but for recreational use only.
If you have a side chick, I'd like to know what it is about your main chick that's where she's lacking. Because usually when somebody has a side anything, it's because the main person's not. So maybe you could respond and tell us, like, what's up with the main girl? It's got to be one of a few things, either not good in bed, ugly, or difficult to deal with.
Or maybe he's dealing with her because he doesn't have a main girl yet, trying to get that main girl.
Or you're saying that you don't have a main girl and you just have like a girl you're seeing here and there. Guess we'll finish it with this.
Main chick is literally perfect.
Okay.
Just a 6'6" man, impossible for one. I mean, if your main chick is perfect, I would just
look. If you're seeing two girls, that's not the worst situation to be in. So I would.
Yeah, if you have the main chick and things are going well, things are quote unquote perfect, then stick with her and forget about the side chick. You got what you wanted, which was perfection. So, but yeah, I mean, again, to any last thing before we start closing up?
Look, thank you guys for sticking with us this past hour. Appreciate anybody that super chatted and commented, joined the conversation. We encourage it. Go check out some of our live videos. We're going to probably do more of these lives moving forward. I actually prefer to do live videos because we get to interact with the people in the chat. So we'll probably aim for another one. We might do one tomorrow, so you guys will see us hopefully earlier. Today was kind of late, but thank you guys for watching.
Yeah, subscribe to the channel, guys. We'll be back maybe tomorrow, maybe Sunday. Actually, Sunday, we one of our guests, for those of you that hate on us, oh, you hate on the women, blah, blah, blah. We are invading Sasha Prentice. She's one of the guests that we've had on the show in the past. We're invading her studio. We're going to do more fragrance testing.
Sunday, yeah.
Sunday. So Sunday evening, afternoon, late afternoon, evening, 6, 7, 8 p.m. Be on the lookout for that. We'll be back for that. But again, this was the episode where we talked about what women say and what they really mean. Go back and check it out. Subscribe to the channel. Thank you guys for your support. Again, we are on TikTok, Instagram, Rumble, Facebook, Spotify. If you guys want to hear us while you're at work, Spotify. Just don't get in trouble. Threads, and of course, we are on YouTube, the podcast guys. We'll be back with more lives, more ladies coming on the show, and it's pretty late, so we'll let you guys get to sleep. We'll see you next time. Peace out.